All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. Welcome back. It's Wednesday, August 27th, 2025, and this is We Grow Wednesday, a little show I put together to get us through the week, maybe stop and smell the roses a little bit and check out what's happening in the world when it comes to our food and our health and our wellness. A lot of stuff happening, and we're going to check it out. We're going to get into it. If you could hit the like button, help me out, share it out with some friends. We're going to be right back in about 4 minutes and 20 seconds, and we're going to play this intro to get those notifications going. So we'll be right back. Let's grow. Oh, yeah, I'm your host, Waylon the Indoor Farmer. This is your co host, Sprout.
When the indoor farmer has a tale to tell, under the glow of LED lights where his stories dwell. He's not just growing greens, he's sowing seeds of thought. In a studio with a microphone where wisdom's bought. We grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for our communal time. With Waylon, we'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, his shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. On We Grow Wednesday, we're all one big team. Growing together is the ultimate dream. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for a communal time. We'll live and we'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, his shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. On We Grow Wednesday, we're all one big team. Growing together is the ultimate dream. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Join Waylon for our journey so fine. Learning, laughing, and sometimes sad, but always together from the good to the bad. He speaks of the benefits, the pros and the cons of the plant that has helped him feel less withdrawn. With guests from all walks, stories to share, Waylon makes sure that no one feels like they're there alone. Whoa. So come every Wednesday, find your place in his light, where Waylon the indoor farmer invites you to grow not just plants but your soul, your mind, in a world where together we're truly aligned. Tune in and grow with us, let's expand our view on We Grow Wednesday with Waylon. It's true.
Waylon the indoor farmer has a tale to tell. Under the glow of LED lights where his stories dwell. He's not just growing greens, he's sowing seeds of thought. In a studio with a microphone where wisdom's taught. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for a communal time with Waylon. We'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, his shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. On We Grow Wednesday, we're all one big team. Growing together is the ultimate dream. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for a communal time with Waylon. We'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, his shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. We grow Wednesday, all one big team. Growing together
When the indoor farm.
All right, we're back, and I'm trying to pull Facebook comments. Here we go. In case anybody comes in and comments, we're gonna have it up, ready to go. What's up, guys? It's Wednesday, August 27th, 2025. My last 10 a.m. show. My last 10 a.m. show. As you can see, I was pulling a lot of people in here at 10 a.m. So it's really sad for me to see it go. But, hey, things got to move. So I'll have to start over at 1 p.m. next week. 1 p.m. Sunday through Wednesday. And then we're going to continue 8 o'clock at night for the People in the Boxes late night meetup, panel, discussion, talk show about topics, which I think we're going to use. I think we're going to talk about pizza tomorrow. There's a lot. Pizza's a wide-ranging topic. It's going to be interesting. We're going to get into it. But today we've got a whole bunch of different stories. We are going to do a little bit of a new segment today, in which where we go to X and we check out my friend Apothecarol's page, who she really has her ear to the ground on a lot more of the intricate, like scientific medical stuff as far as vaccines and all sorts of other things. So we're going to check out what she's got going on. I looked at it a little bit. There's some good stories there. And of course, we're going to check out our normal websites we typically do. I saw a few stories about what was that story? Let me check here. So Farm Week now has some stories about the farm. What is it? This is the wrong website. Anyway, we'll check it out here. The Farm Week. Okay, yeah, Farm Progress Show. Farm Progress Show. It's I don't know, sort of an expo, I guess, maybe. I'm not sure how to put it. We're going to look into that, and we're going to find out what it is. But before we do, if you guys could hit that like button and then head over to rumble.com and check out my page. We're live on the Indoor Farmer on Rumble. It's the darker logo. When you search the Indoor Farmer, you find a bunch of my channels, but you got to go to my profile, which is the darker black Indoor Farmer logo, and that is on Rumble. Let's go. So we got 3 Rumblers already in the house. If you're watching on Facebook, head over to Rumble, if you would, please, if you care about freedom of speech and the ability to do things when you're restricted on the social medias, which is a little different. It's 11 there. Well, you know what, Diane? It's been 11 there every time I went live then, in that case. What's up, James? What's up, Diane? Cullen, hello. Good morning. What's going on with you guys? Tell me in the comments below as I pull up a little bit of music and a little bit of news. Let's see here. I consider this a news show because it's still about self-sustainability, but we kind of need to look at what's going on sometimes when it comes to sustainability. You could be working an uphill battle all day and not notice other problems around you that are causing it, and that can be in your health and in your land if you're trying to farm land. There's all kinds of things. So let's look into it here. We've got a few websites to check out before we get to Apothecarol. Of course, if you would like to stay for the door prize, anybody that hangs out towards the end of the show, we'll get in on the door prize. If you hit that like button, share it out over on Rumble specifically. I think Facebook, I'm going to wait. I think Facebook we have to get at least 10 people in on Facebook before I'll give the Facebookers the door prize. But anybody that comes in on Rumble gets it. Why, you say? Why, you might ask? You may be thinking, what is that? Why? It's because I have over 5,000 followers on my profile on Facebook, over 4,000 followers on my page on Facebook. If we can't get 10 people in here, I'm sorry. It's not bad. But on Rumble, I only have 560 something followers, and look at the turnout every day on Rumble. It matches Facebook or exceeds it. Facebook is the problem, not you guys. I apologize for any ill will that it sounds like I have towards people. It's more towards the app itself. So head over to Rumble. Okay, let's see. We got the number wheel at some point today. So if you haven't gotten yourself a number on Locals, go check it out. Locals.com at theindoorfarmer.locals.com. Let's see. We got this number post here. We'll take care of that in a little while. Oh, yeah, we got Joe Orton that wants to add. I'll add Joe real quick. Joe gets number 11. There we go. And let's see what's happening in the world. I mean, I do have Foodandwine.com didn't seem like it had anything great this week. China has a coffee chain that might topple Starbucks. If you're interested in that, Hokey Pokey will be your new favorite ice cream flavor. I don't know about that. We found the best ways to cook corn on the cob, and I hate corn. I mean, corn's delicious, but I feel like we focus way too much on corn when we should focus more on nutritional stuff, less starchy stuff. It's just empty calories. And there's 4 things you need to buy on Labor Day, and 4 things you should buy instead, or 4 things not to buy and 4 things to buy instead. I don't know. That just sounds like a thing where they want you to go to Amazon and buy stuff. They do that a lot of times. And Farm Week Now, like I said, is talking. There's several stories about the Farm Progress Show. I don't know anything about the Farm Progress Show. Let's check it out. It doesn't seem that long ago the Farm Progress Show moved to its permanent biennial sites in Decatur and Boone, Iowa. Never heard of that. But this year actually marks the 20th anniversary since the show was in Decatur. I don't like Decatur. No offense to anyone that's in Decatur's. I'm not trying to be a hater of Decatur, but I don't know. There's a lot of stuff in Decatur. I've had bad dates in Decatur. I'll tell you what, it's great. It was first held at the permanent Illinois site in 2005. The 2025 show kicked off Tuesday with perfect weather and large crowds and continued through Thursday. Tuesday to Thursday? It's kind of a weird time for a show like that, isn't it? A lot of the same people we started with 20 years ago are still here. Matt Judgment from Farm Progress National Events Director. Farm Progress National Events Director. Surprised they don't have like an acronym for him. Told Farm Week. That includes brothers Gerald Thole Highland and Larv Thole St. Rose. Retired farmers have been to every show in Decatur. They look like they definitely look like farmers, don't they? They look like they should have a pitchfork. You know, should be a picture. Used to haul machinery back and forth to the show while working for an equipment dealer. Laverne. I'm reading that wrong. That's Laverne. I see. My bad. Laverne Thole said during a stroll at the opening day of the event Tuesday, "I've been here every year since it's been here." Decatur. Okay. Both brothers still enjoy looking at. Wait. Is that Laverne? Like, isn't Laverne a woman's name? Am I wrong about this? Laverne is a woman's name, right? Hey, I guess boy named Sue and all that. Both brothers still enjoy looking at the new equipment and technology on display. Yeah, but I bet it blows them away. The new equipment. I went to a farm, expo, an indoor farm expo, and there was just enormous equipment inside there. It was at the local civic center, and there was some state-of-the-art stuff, just insane technology they're putting into it. I honestly think there's a lot of ways to use less of those big machines and use more like natural methods and kind of combine the two a little bit more. And I'm sure people are doing that, way above and beyond my knowledge levels. But it's interesting to see people kind of go one way or the other, more holistic or more like scientific and chemicals and all these things that they want to get really specific on, and then now we're finding out may or may not be so good, especially if you're not keeping up with the ground's biodiversity and healthy soil. Let's see. Decatur site was expanded in 2007 to host more than 600 exhibitors and record numbers of visitors. 600 vendors or booths, I guess, exhibitors. We're retired, but we can still walk, so we figured we might as well go to the Farm Progress Show. Okay, that's the reason that you should go. If you can walk, you should go to this show. It's funny. I think the show Laverne and Shirley was about a man and a woman. That's what okay. Maybe you're right. That's what I was thinking from it, from that name, Colin. And you're right, Shirley would be the woman. Laverne is with an E, though, at the end. This one, his name doesn't have an E, but interesting. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. What's up, Alan? So I make sure my dogs not eat it. Dog's gonna eat too. Gotta eat too. Yeah, you're right. You're not into corn, Colin? What's up, Kayla? Good morning, Alan. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Scroy, what's up, man? Had to stop for breakfast, Colin. What's breakfast today? Some weed eating. Okay. And some more can of babies in soil. Nice. The weed eating is just annoying, isn't it, Colin? It's like you think, like if you get, I'm not trying to brag, but like I bought a house, right? And I was hoping to buy one way earlier in my life, but I bought a house, and it's like, great, now you have a house, and then it's like, bam, the weed eating and the trees growing into my house and everything, all of it, and that's kind of one of the things I talk about on Mondays usually is the struggle of upkeeping and becoming that self-sustainable. You have to learn how to do a lot of those things, a lot of repairs and upkeeping of the house, and weeding I found is one of the most annoying, because I have such a I'm right next to the woods, and there's just nothing but trees everywhere. Back to the. Why is my nose itching? Are you guys talking about me out there? Diane said, I don't bale, or you don't boil corn. Cook it whole like it's either on a campfire. Oh, okay. No microwave, Diane. No, not the microwave. French toast, bacon, and I don't know what else I'm smelling. Oh, okay. That's what's up. You're not in the kitchen with the apron on? I like to cook. I cooked last night. I don't know if you guys saw my salmon I put up. It's good. Where was I? I don't know if I need to continue this story. It sounds like a cool show. It's not like super newsworthy. It was the 20th year they had it in Decatur, which is crazy because I figured it would be, they have to move it by then, Maybe no one comes there to cause a ruckus. Gerald Thole bought his first farm, 96 acres, for $40,000 in 1965. There's no way it would cost that today. Although, I don't know, maybe if it's undeveloped land, it'd be cheaper. All right. Yeah, like I said, Farm Week now. Not a lot going on this week except for more talk about the Farm Progress Show. Pays tribute to Tom Ritter. Tom Ritter. Is that an actor? Last name Ritter. Illinois NREC selects 9 new projects for 2026. Hey, this might be a good story to check out. What's NREC? Illinois Nutrition Research and Education Council. Nutrition Research and Education Council. It sounds like an oxymoron. It sounds like, what are they doing? We have a council for this? What have they been doing? They have chosen 9 new projects for 2026 and 2027. Research grants representing a total of $1.247 million. That's an oddly specific number. You can just say like 1.3, 1.2. Is funding commitments. Oh, in funding commitments, I see. Each project was selected through a request for proposals, RFP. Gotta throw the acronym. Process guided by NREC's Research Committee and Council, which identify priority topics for investigation. Okay, so they identify topics, and then do they get investigated? With more funds available this year, NREC was able to support additional projects that fulfill our mission of advancing research and education on fertilizer efficiency, nutrition loss prevention, and maximizing economic returns for growth for growers. Said Scott Lager, chair of the NREC Research Committee. This year's awards include both new and renewed projects for the University of Illinois, Purdue University of Southern Illinois University, University of Southern Illinois University, Purdue University, and Southern Illinois University. I'll get it right. 2 projects will focus on nitrogen rate efficiency and recommendations, 2 on phosphorus loss and 1 on cover crops. Remaining studies will examine soil health, monoammonium phosphate, and diammonious phosphate fertilizers and watershed impacts. My friend Ed, I think, talked to me about this. He's a soil guy. I had him on the show at least once. Among the nitrogen-focused research is a study aimed at improving nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur management in winter wheat and soybean double crop rotations across Illinois. The results will help update nitrogen fertilization guidance for farmers. Another project will explore how sulfur interacts with nitrogen to affect corn yield and nitrogen use efficiency, with field trials planned at up to 8 sites over 3 years. I don't like this nitrogen that they get from natural gas. It's a artificial nitrogen that I'm finding out. It's like they don't really specify there on like what type of nitrogen they're studying on, but it worries me. Additional research will investigate how phosphorus stored in sediments continues to non-point source pollution using samples from rivers, lakes, and food plains in 9 Illinois watersheds. Maybe that's what they're talking about. Phosphorus that's stored in sediments. Wouldn't that be like natural gas that they get out of the ground? Not 100% sure. Illinois NREC is funded through a $1 per ton assessment on bulk fertilizer bought in the state. About $40 million has been invested in research projects since the start of NREC in 2012. $40 million just for them to say, or just for them to find out now that we need to go back to regenerative farming. Hello? Jeez. Nope, we need to squeeze more bushels out of each acre and somehow think that that's not going to have a detrimental effect. What can you do? Well, see how this NREC, they've been doing this since 2012, and I've only just now been hearing about regenerative farming for the last few years. Maybe, I mean, obviously I don't hear about everything, right? But I know the farmers have been doing it for longer. But as far as like mainstream news and media, maybe five years. I mean, since there was a farmer on Joe Rogan's program, I forget the farmer's name, but he was talking about converting his farm from factory farming into more regenerative farming, and that kind of started making it more popular. I think, at least in my eyes. When I saw that, like, oh wow, that wasn't that long ago. Oh, foodandwine.com. Let's see. We read all those last week. Nothing new, except about the corn. I'm mildly intrigued here what they say not to buy. Don't buy ice cube trays, okay? Instead, buy countertop ice maker. A countertop ice maker? That's got to be a big difference in price. Look at this ice makers. That's not terrible prices. 80 to 100 to 200 at the biggest ones. Interesting. They do want to just get you to Amazon to buy stuff, though. Don't buy garlic press and buy instead a zester. Is that the zester? Huh. Looks like a cheese grater. Don't buy a pizza cutter, but instead buy kitchen shears. Okay, yeah, I have these. I have like almost exactly the same ones. Does anyone else use kitchen shears? I use them for so much, all like meats and things like that. I use these all the time. Just to cut bacon in half. The package of bacon. Oh, hey Thomas. Appreciate you coming in, man. Oh, thanks, Thomas. It was a long one. Had a lot of pictures going on there. Appreciate you going in there. Check it out. Yeah, kitchen shears, big one. Guys, make sure you hit that like button and share it out. If anybody is on the Facebook side and you want to get in on the door prize, we need at least 10 people in here to do that. And I think we should be able to with 9,000 followers. I would hope so. Buy instead French press. Let's see. Okay, oh yeah, don't buy bulky coffee makers, buy a French press. That's the French press. It's a Brazil French press. Bodum, Brazil French press. Interesting. I'm not a coffee guy, but maybe I should do that instead of coffee maker for guests. Stonewater French press. So what does a French press do? Glass. Let's see. Carafe retains heat well. It doesn't stain, while the stainless steel filter and plunger prevent grounds from escaping into your coffee. Okay. So you got the grounds and everything are in there, and then there's just a mechanism to keep it from coming out, filter it out. I don't know what that is. Okay, I think that was all the items from foodandwine.com. Alright, let's head over here. This is where the real meat and potatoes is, honestly. If you're on X and you're not following Apothecary, I suggest you do. It looks like she changed her show times, though, on Sundays, which kind of sucks because I'm changing mine, and it sounds like we're about to be at the same time again, or similar. An hour difference. Okay, so here we go. From an hour ago, she shares this post here about Nicole Shanahan issues a stark warning on the world's first pregnancy humanoid from China. This isn't science fiction, it's a proposed solution to the engineered crisis. So I don't know, I mean, take what they say with a grain of salt here, but it's interesting. I've not known about this. This is with global fertility in collapse. China at 1.1, the U.S. at 1.6. See, like these are reasons why people should be more alarmed about having, or more concerned about how many kids we're having. You might see the homeless population or the what do you call it, foster children. You might see all these things and think, well, we have too many kids, but that's not true. I mean, I think there will always be a percentage of people who become homeless, or a percentage of children that will be I don't know, abandoned is the right word, but adopted off, or not adopted doesn't, they would have a family if they were adopted, but so fostered, I guess, or maybe in group homes, or there's a few things like that. And I think that's going to happen regardless. I think there's issues for that, or sort of other reasons for that, but this is alarming. China can't even keep, and we think we all think China has too many people or whatever. That might be true, but when you have this happen with the fertility collapse, or the numbers going below, I think it's 2.1, has to be at 2.1 or more. I'm not sure the exact number, but if it goes below that, it's only a matter of time before there's a cascading effect. It might seem like there's still a lot of people here, but if there aren't a lot of babies being made, enough at least, to be a positive number in the right direction, people think, well, we could probably do with a bit of a loss in people. No, everything we've learned to live on, and the infrastructure, everything about our society hinges off of a number of people running different things. Not only building things, manufacturing things, but also actually running things. And I don't mean customer service. I'm talking about factories and our electrical grids and all these different things that are run by a lot of people. I don't know. I know I'm rambling, but my point is there is a point where all of the older people die off, and if there's not enough younger people to come in behind them, they just can't take over everything. You end up with a bad scenario, to say the least. So it worries me. That's one reason that, I think we need more children. But that's just my opinion. Take it or leave it. And there's numbers to back it up. It says the response isn't to ask why women struggle to conceive, it's to replace them. See, now this is going to be a big problem here. We don't want to address the problem between, with men and women, with relationships in 2025, which is just very different than what was needed in, say, like 1825, right? And now they're just saying scientists are probably the guys that are being rejected by women a lot. I don't know. Like there was a thing where women were liking more nerdy guys for a while. Maybe that's still a thing. I don't know. But this is just kind of funny or ironic that scientists are deciding to create something that replaces women. Like, fine, you don't want to accept my advances towards you. I'm gonna build a robot that can do what you do. French press is like a regular press. Oh, you got me with that one. With a little bit of tongue, I see. A mocha pot. Never heard of that, Thomas. You just cut pizza by struggling with the knife. Just a knife cutting through the countertop. Burning your fingers a couple times. Yeah, I like a pizza cutter. A good pizza cutter. It's easy. There's a press you push in and push all the grounds to the bottom so that you don't pour any grounds on. Oh, I see. China lies about their population. That's what I'm saying, Colin. I don't think it's nearly what it was. And think about how big China is. Even if they still had 800 million people or whatever, they have a lot of infrastructure. They have a lot of ground to cover with people, and so if they've built up over time to an infrastructure that handles 1 billion people, and say they are down to say 500 million, just for example, a lot of their structures and a lot of their cities will die off, and that's why you'll see like abandoned buildings. We have that in our cities. If a city isn't doing so well, people move out, like New York. You're gonna have all these abandoned buildings. You're gonna have like infrastructure, whole neighborhoods that can't actually operate because people can't get close enough to any stores that will actually sustain them, and because the stores are shutting down, and so then those people move out, and you just have this cascading effect. And I'm sure there are better words to explain it, but that's just off the top of my head. Let's see what they say here. The natural maternal act of creation is being systematically erased in the East through decades of policy that... See, now I remember this story a while back about an artificial womb, so I think maybe this is what's going on. Dismantled the feminine in the West through language that erased mother or sterile, clinical terms. Yeah, that's true. Now, words matter, you guys. Words really matter. Now the ultimate replacement technology arrives, the artificial womb. Okay, there it is. That's what I saw a few years ago. Framed as compassion for paternity, but history is our guide. IVF began as a miracle for infertile couples and exploded into a commercialized multi-billion-dollar industry where ethical lines are blurred daily. Yeah, I think that's one of the possible topics I have written down for PITB is, or maybe we did talk about it already, but IVF and selling your body, I think I may have made a post too, and a lot of people were really like, it was a hot button. People did not like IVF being compared to, say, prostitution. But if you're selling your body, but then there are other things you can compare that to, like organ donating or whatever. Organ donor, you're dead, so you want to donate your organs, but isn't that selling your body? Or no, they don't pay you for it, I guess. I don't know. A lot of blurred lines there. So IVF, I could see it as a miracle, but also, yeah, it became a moneymaker. This is the next step, the full mechanization of human reproduction. The conversation is being skipped. So we won't even have to have sex. There won't be relationships. You won't need significant other. You won't even have to raise the child. You won't be raising children. It'll be the state will raise all the children, and you'll live on your own. There won't be family. You won't know mom or dad. You won't know, siblings or cousins or uncles or grandma. You won't need to. Those things are messy. Those things are too messy. They just get in the way. You go find your people. Forget family. Just go out in the world and you'll find people that you like. And those will be your people. Of course, they can leave at the drop of a hat because they have no real connection to you. But, maybe you'll like them better, at least. Because you didn't know them growing up and you weren't annoyed by, them tormenting you in some way. And then, maybe you can find someone that you like better than them, and you can drop them as a friend. Go find someone else. I don't know. I'm getting it's getting scary out here, you guys. This is the future they want. They do not want you to rely on a nuclear family. They don't want you to have that connection that's stronger than the connection you have to the government, taking care of you. They want that to be the strongest thing that you have. And if you know China's doing it, you better fucking believe that there are other countries doing it, and probably this one. Just as a guess. Let's see. The spiritual and ethical guardrails are absent. Yep. There's no guardrails. We must ask the defining question of our age before it's answered for us. Just because man can play God, does that make him God? Where are the voices fighting for the sanctuary or the sanctity of natural motherhood, for women's rights to healthy, natural reproductivity? Excuse me. The future of humanity depends on this answer. So, okay, we're not going to watch her video. I want a copyright claim, but that's, yeah. I mean, take all that with a grain of salt, but I know that is happening in China. I believe these numbers, as far as the fertility collapse. Oh boy, yeah. I mean, I get it. I don't get it. I'm not a woman, but I can imagine that it's not the most inviting idea to spend 9 months with your body changing and being uncomfortable and going through huge swings of not just moods, but like like nutrition and health and everything, going back and forth the whole time. I can't imagine it being fun or well, some women do enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie, they're out there. There's women that have pleasant or a positive experience with being pregnant, but not enough. not enough that would change the outcome. We actually do need women to make that decision, to go through that not hardship, but that struggle, or that the journey. I don't know how to put it. That pregnancy. But we do need more women to do that are choosing it, knowing that it's not necessarily going to be fun for them, or maybe even detrimental in health. It might be even worse. Now, I don't know the numbers, but I know women can die in childbirth, and there's a lot of that may be very scary, and I can imagine being scared to do that. And so it is what it is. I think I heard it best recently, where it used to be that people needed children. You had to have kids because you had no one else to do things with you, for you. The farm, not just a farm, but just trying to live. Like people used to live on a farm, not because they were selling vegetables, but because they had to grow it to live. A farm doesn't always mean commercial, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that you have enough to go and sell around. And so, and that wasn't the only reason you had to have kids. There were kids being had in cities because families had things that they wanted to pass on, and they had legacy that they were trying to build, or whatever it is. Nowadays, with different taxes and different things, there's a lot less of that family wealth, or that generational wealth even being generated or passed on. And so the things have changed so much that now you have to want to have a child. Oh, sure, okay, I'll have a kids, like having an accessory or something. I'll have a kid, you know, and I'll put them all over, and it's like we'll take them to pageants and stuff. I agree. You know, I'll admit I put my kid on social media sometimes. Not a lot. Maybe it used to be a little more. But he's not my accessory. I think we need kids. I think there's other reasons that we need kids, because we need something to, I guess, motivate us to be better people, and I think a lot of times our kids do that. Also, something that will give us responsibility and purpose, which is meaning. Yeah, you can go party your whole life, but you'll never have purpose. You know what I mean by that? Anyway, let's look at the next story here, because it's not so fun either. The abrupt reversal. So FDA yanks the IXCHIQ vaccine. IXCHIQ. Now they're just making up words over safety concerns. Agency cites cases of chikungunya-like illness on what language is this? Encephalitis death, I see, after vaccination. Interesting. So they do know. So the whole point of this post was proof that there's nothing stopping Secretary Kennedy from pulling the mRNA shots off the market today. And I think that point makes kind of brings up the point that RFK Jr. has said, I believe he said how bad they are, and he's talked about the need, you know, more testing and things like that. And if that's the case, evidently they could pull it right off. But he's also condoned it for certain things. I don't know if it was measles. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, there's something fishy there in my opinion. Let's see. Oh, look at this video. Somebody made this AI video, the Cracker Barrel thing. The Cracker Barrel thing. Man, it hurt my elbow. What do you guys think about this whole Cracker Barrel deal? This is a funny video. Trump dancing with the Cracker Barrel guy. Hey, what's up, Jay? Cheers, James. There's a theory that the Cabbage Patch Kids were a real thing, and they were trains that would go state to state with orphans to rewrite history by raising the narrative in orphan children. Cabbage Patch Kids were a real thing. Rewriting history by raising the narrative in orphan children. I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that. Oh, well, thanks for saying I had a great point, Colin. I'm not sure which point it was, but I love that I had a good one. Today's theory is tomorrow's history. Yeah. Get back to Facebook. The Rumble app kept playing ads. Really? Is anyone else getting ads on Rumble? We've got a new... Oh, is that you there? Damn, ads on this app. There shouldn't be any more ads playing right now. Like, you might have to get through one or two. Maybe someone else can help us in the comments. I don't see that side of things. Right, Colin. I hate to point to that directly, but for sure, I think that's the main way that humans can even achieve immortality, at least right now, is by passing your bloodline on and making a strong family that can maybe weather the test of time. And we don't realize it, but so many bloodlines get wiped out every day, like whole bloodlines. Like, you know, not that I don't know, I don't have like a strong connection to my ancestry, but I think the few generations around me, I do, you know, a few generations back, and of course the next couple of generations with whatever I can live through. And yeah, I think I have a strong connection to that. I mean, there's other ways to ensure legacy, like say putting your name on a big building like Trump did, Obviously, he's got a family as well, but there's ways that you can sort of get your name out there, maybe a statue or whatever, and stuff like that. If you're a big personality or a public figure, whatever it is. But I think family's still the best thing. But as far as this Cracker Barrel thing, that was such a fast up and down, wasn't it? Why does my nose keep itching? Try it again, Thomas. Okay. Well, thank you, man. I don't know. I haven't heard anyone else complaining about those. It might be because you're new on the app, or maybe you'll only see them a couple times. I don't think I get a lot of ads on my videos. Sometimes I read an ad. I need 5 more people in here to do that on Rumble, but thank you for coming over, man. It's actually a pretty good site, and you just think of it like YouTube, because YouTube throws you those ads too, man. Like, and it sucks, but that's how they. Now Rumble's ads are a lot different, that's for sure. Okay, so anyway, Cracker Barrel. I haven't been to Cracker Barrel in a long time, but they decided to change their logo. I'm sure most people listening know about this. They changed their logo to something that kind of resembles the Denny's logo. Honestly, somebody brought that up, and I thought that's kind of funny. It does look like they just went after Denny's. But they changed their logo. They took away this old farmer guy, whoever. I don't know the story of the logo, but they had a guy on the logo, and they thought, we can't do that. The guy's too white or whatever, something to that effect. And they took it all off and took the barrel away, and they made it super bland. And then they lost like 250 million or something to that effect, maybe more. And then now they changed it back. It's all happened within like a week. I haven't been there in a long time, but it makes me interested now. The ads are annoying at first. Okay. Cracker Barrel's not very good anymore. It used to be better, but it's gone downhill, kind of like any corporation. Yeah, that's the thing. That we make the mistake of attributing a brand to a certain quality, and that brand might be 50 years old, and there's like a completely different formula for their product a lot of times. I'm just gonna keep itching it until it stops itching me. Okay. But yeah, like things like, say, Kraft, Kraft mac and cheese. It's not the same as it was 30 years ago. And we don't think of that. We go to the store, get the same brand recognition, okay, boom, boom, boom. And that is a problem, I think. It's a problem, but it's also like you can't just take away brands. So the only answer really is awareness. Just be aware, looking at ingredients, looking at actual products and stuff. And to your point, Thomas, the companies out there do this because over time, especially look at big companies that used to be family-run businesses, and now they become such big companies that was it Walton? Is it Walton? Waltons? Isn't that who owns Walmart? Or is it? I know the Waltons were on the TV show, but isn't it? Do they still own Walmart? Anyway, that has to be like a whole different, completely different company than when it started, of course. Let's see here. Back to school. Your child, your choice. Interesting. Parents across the country are pushing back against school mandates, corporate agendas, and over-medicalized programs that put profit over children's health. With 1 in 5 kids now facing obesity, rising cancer rates, and shrinking physical. Physically, maybe? Physical education, I see. Schools continue to serve junk food and follow outdated nutritional guidelines, often ignoring parental input. Like the food pyramid. Backed by tens of thousands of doctors and health experts, the Independent Medical Alliance calls on every state and school board to adopt this healthcare bill of rights. Healthcare Bill of Rights, interesting. Restoring parents' authority to their child's health and education, and putting family values ahead of outside agencies. Okay, here's the Parents' Healthcare Bill of Rights. Number 1, right to vaccine autonomy. Parents hold ultimate authority to decide on vaccinations for their children free from school-based coercion. Jeez, I don't think I've ever seen that word either, coercion. I know the word. Including school-based health centers, misinformation, or threats of exclusion. This safeguards against industry-driven requirements that may overlook individual health risks and family preferences. Number 2, right to transparency and opt-out in sensitive curriculum. Parents will receive prior notification of any lessons on gender, sexuality, or ideological topics, along with the unconditional rights to opt their children out without penalties. This ensures schools respect family values and prevent the imposition of external agencies. Number 3, right to science-based nutrition education. School nutrition curriculum will be rooted in independent, evidence-based science, influenced by food industry lobbying. Uninfluenced by food industry lobbying. Okay, that's the key right there. It will highlight the risks of additives, GMOs, excessive sugars, and their links to youth metabolic disorders, empowering students with accurate health knowledge. Number 4, right to healthy school meals. Caterers will be required to provide nutrition-based options free from high levels of sugars, artificial additives, seed oils, or pesticides. Parents have the rights to review sourcing transparently and challenge menus influenced by corporate interests promoting guideline genuine child wellness. Jeez, I need to see if I can click on it and make it bigger. Oh, I made it smaller. How about this? Now I can't see the whole thing. Okay. Promoting genuine child wellness. Okay, number 5, right to refuse over medications. Parents have the right to be informed by non-essential mental health screenings or psychiatric medications administered through schools and able to decline for their child. Schools will seek to end the prescription trend that often medicalizes typical childhood behaviors and will instead encourage focus on underlying factors like nutrition and environment. Yes. Right to physical activity and screen limits. Schools will guarantee daily physical education, unstructured recess, and strict limits on screen time to combat sedentary lifestyles and digital overexposure, which hinder physical and cognitive development in school-age children. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get my son out more, because his main thing is he doesn't like to eat meat. He doesn't want to eat meat. I'm like, bro, you're too skinny. You gotta eat some meat. Anyway, number 7, right to informed consent for all health interventions. Non-school initiated health program screening or treatment may process without explicit parental consent and comprehensive disclosure of risks and benefits. This upholds family sovereignty against potential governmental or corporate encroachment that could jeopardize child safety. Wow. 7 of them. That's intense. Employees don't care the way an owner does. Yeah, that's very true. Well, then why are you stuck on repeat? I shouldn't be stuck on repeat. Just kidding. I shouldn't be stuck on repeat, Diane. I might have to leave and come back. I'm sorry. The guy in the logo was a real person. He shook hands with customers and listened to their insight about Cracker Barrel. It's different than the Land of... Oh, that makes sense. Different than Land O'Lakes Native American depicts. He was supposedly a good man with faith. Okay. Yeah, I remember that they said he was a real person. Hey, Caitlin, it was nice to meet you too. You didn't have to delete that. Oh, Sunday. That's what you're going to change it to Sunday. I gotcha. That's okay. I saw it before you deleted it. Got it. Yes, it was nice meeting everybody on Sunday. Had a great time. If you want to watch the show from yesterday, there you go. I got it. Yes. I did a whole review on the MMP Classic yesterday. It was over 2 hours long. I know I might have just got it 2 hours. Can't remember how long it was, but it was a lot of pictures and video I took. I actually didn't get anything from the golfers though, and our guest didn't show, but weren't able to make it. But it's okay. Let's see here. Pfizer is now blaming the FDA. Over 500 women have sued Pfizer after developing meningiomas. I don't know what that is. Meningiomas? Brain tumors. Am I saying this wrong? Mass. Meningiomas. Linked to the birth control shot Depo-Provera. Shocking, truly. Yeah, ladies. I know. It was. I don't know. Was it a man that invented birth control? I don't know, but we're finding out it's not good for you, and that sucks because birth control actually allowed women to get into the workforce. That was one of the biggest things that allowed women to work. Now, it's up for debate on whether we think there should be more of a cohesion between, like a family unit, man and woman, or woman and woman, or man and man. And if that's your thing, do your thing. But I'm just saying, like a union between two people to be able to get through this freaking life. And when you do that and you both work, having kids makes having kids a lot harder. Than you give your kids away for 8 hours a day or more to schools. And there's an argument to be made that our kids used to follow us around to work and to do our jobs and to learn our craft, and now we're having a big disconnect between those. Not every parent is a good parent, not every teacher is a good teacher, so we can't really rely on either one of those things fully. And here we are with finding out that almost every type of birth control, except maybe condoms, and even condoms, there's people that have latex allergies and stuff like that. But almost every form of birth control is not good for us, other than getting things snipped, getting things taken out, which is like, I don't know. I don't ever really want to lose a piece of me just because I can't, help but do shit I shouldn't do, I guess. I don't know. It's a weird one. So what do you ladies think about birth control? Has anyone in here had problems with birth control or actually on it and never had an issue? Let's see what you ladies think. You'll check it out? Okay, hell yeah. Yeah, birth control. And this is just specifically talking about the Depo-Provera shot. But I know that there's problems with the pill. There's problems with the IUDs or whatever. Let's see. Pfizer's defense: we couldn't warn you. The FDA wouldn't let us add a warning label in 2023. Really? But here's the truth. Studies going back decades show risks. 2024 BMJ study found women using Depo for 12 months plus had a 5 to 6 times higher tumor risk. In the UK and EU, labels were updated. In the US, still no warning. So who's protecting women? Not Pfizer, not the FDA. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, well, because look, if you keep women from having kids, and you also get a chance to kill off more women, hey, you're lowering the population, which a lot of these crazy nutbag organizations and the behind the scenes are, a lot of times seem like they want to do. I've always argued against it. I think that like Bill Gates and all these people, I don't think they actually want us to die. I think they just want us to be so weighted down by medical issues and so like out of our minds that we can be controlled and used as whatever fodder, as pawns and such, which we've been used for. Let's face it, there's always a hierarchy of power in the world, but I think that this is just another example of, hey, what? So some women might get more tumors. Okay, not that works in their favor. That's what I'm saying. This isn't just about Depo. It's about the system, pharma and regulators. Pointing fingers while patients may or pay the price with their health and lives. Go ahead and keep on trusting the most corrupt industry on the planet. Yeah. Well, look, I have pills I take. I think almost all of us have taken medication, and almost all of us have had Advil or Tylenol. It's almost hard to get around it. And then now I've heard that things like plastic, I guess they're finding plastic in our lungs. And no matter if you're consuming plastic or not, it's like airborne now, and it's just in us. And I kind of feel the same way about Pfizer and these other pharmaceutical companies. It's like no matter what you do, it's going to be getting in us. Because look at the birth control pill. They found out that most of the birth control pill gets peed right back out into the water supply, and then we're having this drastic increase in estrogen in the water supply, which isn't good for anyone. And that was years ago. That story was from years ago. And so it just goes to show, like, things that maybe you're not directly taking will still end up in us sometimes. It's crazy. Pfizer says it couldn't have warned about the tumor risk. Okay, that's basically what we read already. Well, this is in the post. Let me get back out. Sources are saying RFK Jr. is preparing to ban pharmaceutical ads on TV. I don't have a source for this. I don't have a solid information on that, but that would be interesting. We're one of the only, if not the only, country that allows pharmaceutical ads on TV. So I feel like that's a no-brainer. Let's see. Oh, Diane was number one, so let's skip that. Let's see. We're going to do the number wheel for the Indoor Farmer subscribers over on Locals at the indoorfarmer.locals.com. It's $2 a month or $20 for a whole year, and you get many chances to win. Okay. I'm going to do 2 more spins tomorrow, so if you haven't gotten in on this number post, make sure you do that. And so when we first sign into Rumble, there are 2 ads that play. We can't see the chat until we can shut the ads off. Oh, I see. I don't use birth control. I have a copper IUD and no side effects. Huh. Well, the IUD thing I don't know a lot about. I just know that it's embedded in you, and I know our bodies like to reject foreign objects, you know? Hey, Joe. Welcome in, man. 3 more people on Facebook, and I'll add you guys to the door prize. Tag a few friends in here. Share it out a little bit, and we'll add you on. Otherwise, it's just the Rumblers. Right now, we're going to do the number spin. About Bill Gates on that list too. Then we'll go check out marijuanamoment.net. Check out what's going on, any new major stories going on. Tomorrow, People in the Boxes, 8 o'clock Central Time, p.m. is going to be talking about pizza. We're going to talk about pizza, all of its forms, different countries, its origin. It's our favorite kinds. It's going to be a good one. I can't seem to go back to sleep today. How's it going? Back to sleep? Oh yeah, after getting the kids off to school. It's going pretty good, man. Pretty good. We're chilling. We're about halfway through the show here. I have a few more things to check out, and we'll do the door prize in a little bit. All right, number 8. Okay, that would be Jess. Congrats to Jess. Haven't seen Jess around. She's busy at the gym, I guess. Okay, so we got Diane, Kayla, and Thomas over on Rumble. Is that really it? Let's see. Wow, guess nobody wants to get on the door prize. It's okay. I'll keep my $5. I'll just give it to my 3 friends over here. Alright, you guys got some time to get over there though. If you got a Rumble account, head over to Rumble, say hello, hit the like button. You can also do a reshare of the Rumble live stream. It goes into Rumble as a different reshared list. Okay, here we go. New Bill Gates funded chimeric polio vaccine for children sheds 100% in recipients. Spread documented. The Lancet Journal. Okay. Frankenstein pathogen cobbled from multiple viruses gains genetic stability, or gained, meaning scientists rewired its genome with an unnatural trait no wild polio virus has. Interesting. Of course, we got the man, the man every man wants to be right there. He's the man. That's him. Our favorite guy right there. Does he have kids? I wonder if he has kids. His kids are never going to live him down. Bill Gates, how to prevent the next pandemic. Oh, wow. Hit me. Joe's talking about sleeping and bam, hit me. Okay, go back here. American physician assistant who has worked in cardiology for 8 years says, I have never seen so many echoes denied like I have this year. Echoes. She has health insurance companies. What's echoes? Let's see what she says here.
So you can get further assistance. This call will be recorded. Hi, my name is. What's your first name and last initial?
My first name is Anne, and my last initial is a G.
Hi, Anne. Are you calling to start a new request or check an existing?
I would like to start either an appeal or get a peer-to-peer, please.
Okay, I can definitely help you out with this. May I have your direct phone number, please? And you are calling from doctor's office or facility?
Doctor's office.
Okay, may I have the tracking number to the case, please?
The tracking number is, let me see,
And what procedure is this for?
an echocardiogram.
And who is the ordering provider on the file?
Attending physician. I'm the one who ordered it, but it's under his name.
I'm not sure what echoes are.
Got it. Can you verify his MPI or, I'm sorry, his?
Yeah, it's his. Yeah. His MPI is.
For reconsideration to see if it's still allowed to stand, and then I'll have you transferred over itself.
You guys, I was kidding about Bill Gates,
Give me
of
one
course.
Okay, so the next step for this would actually be an appeal directly with the health plan.
Okay. So how do I do that?
Let me get you their phone number, Ms. Ann.
This goes on for 8 minutes.
So the phone number is going to be 1-800
Mm-hmm.
327 0. 35.
That is the number I called.
Mm.
That's the number I called to get to you. Yeah. It was 800-327-035. That's the number I just called.
And did you try choosing, what did you choose for the prompt?
Start appeal.
That's so interesting.
That's so interesting, she
So they give it
said.
appeals for health plan. We don't manage the health plans for those.
Can you just transfer me to
Appeal.
whoever it is? Because I don't want to call the number and then get back in this loop.
Give me one quick second. I'm trying to see another phone number on here. The issue is that we can't transfer out to the health plans. The health plans can transfer to us. But let me try and see if there's a different number on the denial letter, okay?
Okay.
After a short wait, she provides me with an alternative number to call. It's dead. She's gonna call her back. Dead number. Dead line. Who else has had this
So it's
issue?
telling me, she told me I needed to call this number. I've called it twice now, and I'm just getting a busy signal. She told me that was the second number on the appeal. But I could try calling because apparently the number that I called for her doesn't do anything for me. But I'm not seeing this number. So this is the same number I just called earlier because the number she gave me didn't work.
If you have a tracking number, press 8. To initiate a new authorization. I didn't understand that. Let's try again. I didn't understand that. Let's try again. If you
Had to submit tracking number and patient information again.
Move to a new one of this request for diagnostic imaging or a different procedure I can assist for you.
I believe this is a new request for an appeal against an existing order.
Are you calling to appeal a request or
Yes.
are you calling to start a
I mean, I guess
authorization?
appeal, or I don't know. I mean, it said to call this number for an appeal. So
Okay, so yes, that would be an existing request. Sure, I can assist you.
Okay.
You just need to know how to assist. Just a moment.
Second time I am confirming attending physician. Oh, wait.
the name of her health insurance, I
That's what
guess
she
it
said.
says it.
We want to know what her health insurance was. How do they know that? How do they not know?
I don't know if there's no like other specific information right in front of me on the name of the plan.
Yeah, it should be the name of a health insurance that they never have.
I mean, it says
Just don't.
that member ID and it says her member name. It says, I mean, I've got plan as listed in my chart for her.
That would be the name. Just a moment while we try to locate the member for you. Name?
Her name is
I'm still confirming her name.
You said
Yeah, over and over again, right? Date of birth again.
I did locate the member. And this is going to be for that transthyretic echo.
Have you ever had to
That was
call
denied for
yes.
July.
your insurance company like this? They just keep putting you through
You can check to see if that appeals with us or with the health plan.
appeals and hoops and being
I'm
transferred to
well
a
into 20
different
minutes
department
now.
again.
I've yet to start the appeal.
Hello, this is Bill Coordinator with Evelyn on a recorded line. May I have your name?
My name is. I would like to start an appeal for a transthoracic echo that my patient got denied.
Transthoracic
tracking number?
echo.
Tracking number 0.
You have to give each one of them every
And what is
piece
the
of
patient's
information.
name and date of birth?
That's her
92.
name and date of birth. Again,
Are you calling from the ordering doctor's office?
Yes.
are you? Listen to the guy's voice. Like,
And that's for transthoracic echocardiogram.
Yes.
transthoracic
And did you have additional
echocardiogram. That's
clinical
what that is.
documentation to submit for the review?
Mm-hmm.
And will you be uploading that online or sending it by fax?
I have no idea because I'm the provider, so I don't know how to do that. But I mean, I can ask my billing people which way they prefer. We can fax it. It's fine. I just want to start the appeal so I can go ahead and submit that stuff.
Right. The fax number for the appeal is 8UD form or
Hey, a
ARD
bong hit for
form.
this.
Basically an authorized representative or permission form that the patient has to sign saying that they are granting permission for you to appeal on their behalf. That's sent out with the denial letter. Do you know if you had received that or if you would need us to send you a copy of the form to use?
I just want to smack this guy.
All right, so we will send out the form for you to use. Generally, just depending on how many faxes are going out, that'll usually come through within about an hour or so at the latest. For the appeal, peer-to-peer is still available, but it is for consult only for discussion purposes. So they can basically discuss the details of the request, like the denial reason, the guidelines, the notes we have, the notes you're sending, more or less to discuss if that information will be sufficient, if there's anything else they might need. Would you want to do a consult?
No, not right now. I'll submit the appeal.
All set for now. We'll get that form out to you and just be waiting for that and the clinicals to begin the appeal process and review it.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Finally got it. Just for an
And
appeal.
you have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Just for an appeal. Wow. What did Apothecary say? What the? Yeah, that's crazy.
Let me trans.
Stay away from these fats. Dairy, American cheese, cottage cheese, casein, A1 cow milk, nuts, seeds, cashews, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, chai seeds. Who's this? Dr. Dennis Walker says to stay away from these. Oils. Corn oil, grapeseed oil. Did he mean rapeseed or grapeseed? Safflower oil, is that sunflower oil? Safflower oil? Soy oil, sunflower oil. Okay, so that is a different thing. Safflower oil. Legumes, peanuts. Yeah. I mean, why? RT and share. Like, can you tell us why? Here it is. Most of the ricotta and American cheese made here in the States comes from A1 cows. Milk containing A1 casein can lead to adverse health outcomes to include blood sugar concerns, heart health issues, digestive issues, intolerant to dairy products, struggles with focusing. If you can find sheep, goat, or water buffalo milk ricotta, that's better. Huh. Okay. We've been hearing about milk, and I did read last week about whether milk, pasteurized or unpasteurized milk was better. But now they're talking about the A1 casein. I believe that's is that the either a vaccine the cows got or artificial hormones? I can't remember what it was. A1 casein. Maybe he talks about it. This guy says you are partially correct. In the meantime, fuck off. Comments on this one. Oh my god, I just are chai and cashews. Okay, yeah, who knows what that person meant. Interesting. I don't know, take it or leave it. I don't know what he's talking about. I know peanuts are not really nuts. They're legumes. I don't like a lot of the oils. I'm with him on that. I feel like there's some nuts though that are good, and some seeds are good. But he's just talking about specifically this. Maybe let's see if he responded. So yeah, no reasoning. Yeah, I don't know why she would share that. Maybe she just knows. See, I trust Apothecarol, and if she's sharing this, then she must know Dr. Dennis Walker. But that doesn't mean I'm going to automatically trust it. But I will say that there's probably something to it. If this is true, will you comply? RFK Jr. just removed over 600 people from the CDC. But before you celebrate, understand what's really happening. This isn't cleansing or corruption. It's the beginning of a shift in control. These positions will not be filled with people of integrity or transparency. They will be replaced with algorithms, AI models, and technology designed to surveil and dictate your health. Interesting. The CDC isn't shrinking. It's evolving into something far more dangerous. A machine-driven system where human judgment is erased and compliance is automated. Don't mistake this as progress. This is the next phase of control. Well, does anybody out there think we're not going towards AI controlling everything? Does anyone out there think that there's, and this is just one more point in that, but everything else is going that way? I saw another story today that Mark Zuckerberg lost, I think, 18 of his AI engineers to Elon Musk. I guess he offered them something. I didn't see it, but I didn't see the details. But yeah, like everybody's vying for control of not only the AI, but like the engineers who can engineer it. Well, that's human input right there. The people engineering the AI, whatever their biases are and things, are probably going to be getting programmed into this by not by accident, but like just through direct contact. This is correct. I have shared the same exact warning. Okay, that's just the comments. Interesting. So I don't know. I mean, go find it yourself if you need to find more proof. But the only responsible path forward is a permanent end to its use. Synthetic mRNA proven to fuse with human DNA. Early indication of integrated DNA events are gathering. Further investigation is continuing. Interesting. It's from Beyond Bio, John Catanzaro. Holy cow. Serious host genome failure. Synthetic mRNA vector host fusion matching the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine. It's identified in a vaccinated cancer case. Wow. Okay, so that's. I think I'm done with that. Let's go check out some. Let's see if anybody jumped in on. Oh, hey, Margaret, I see you. Blue Magic, bad phenotype. People cry, everything is bad. Okay. Catbox app? I'm not sure about that one. Thanks for popping in on the YouTube. Are you, do I know you by a different name? Or are you a new viewer? Appreciate you coming in. Cheers, everybody. Let's pull out marijuanamoment.net while we have our little bong toke here. Lighter's running out. All right. Cheers, everybody. We as humans shouldn't technically be drinking animal milk. Yeah, I kind of feel that way too. Colin says, I looked up Looked it up. A thoracic cardio. Oh, I see. It's a way to monitor the heart through the skin. I see. Okay. Transthoracic cardiogram. Cardiogram. Congressional researchers detail divergent opinions on hemp as lawmakers debate the THC ban. They're trying to debate a ban while there's also debate going on to reschedule it. Like, make up your minds. Like, everybody, like, I feel like it's literally just fluff for them to toss around to keep the cannabis industry, hemp industry guessing and to keep us hopping. I don't mean to put myself into it, I guess, but us meaning like a lot of people I know and friends and sponsors who are in this industry, they're always guessing. They're always trying to figure it out. Like, okay, let me put it to you this way. Maybe they're not quite the same thing, but I know someone who is here on an immigration visa, and this person is scared to death that they will come and get them anytime and take them and cancel the visa. And I don't personally think that's a worry, because I don't think that's who they're going after. They're going after people who overstay their visas or violating something some way. But that doesn't mean it's not a legitimate fear. And when it comes to the livelihood of people that work in the cannabis industry, they're every day fearful of what's going to happen. They may not be fearful of someone sending them back home, which is a different kind of a fear. But what I was trying to explain to this person is, like, we aren't necessarily safe even here as citizens, as far as safe from the constant changes and the constant laws being made and all the diverging opinions, like it says here. This is an understatement. I mean, you might think the government works together against us, but there are so many, like, opposing interests. They'll make deals with each other against us, I guess, that's for sure. But there's so many opposing interests within the halls of power. It's just crazy that they haven't collapsed yet, because of so many people wanting different things. And that's why you have bills that are thousands of pages. Like, oh, well, we got to get something in there that from every person that said they would vote for it if you put this thing in there. And that's why we end up with these, like, insane bills that, like, they're named something like, oh, the Wonderful Puppy Kitties Act. And then it's like, you look in there and just totally stripping our rights and everything. So it's really crazy how this is happening at the same time that Trump and others have mentioned descheduling or rescheduling. Let's see what else here from 1 hour ago. Let me refresh this just in case I'm not looking at this current. Okay, congressional researchers detailed divergent. Okay, that's new. Might want to look at that. Amid a contentious debate over federal law on intoxicating hemp products, congressional researchers have published a report outlining current policies and options for lawmakers to resolve outstanding issues related to proposed THC ban. Congressional Research Service (CRS) report explains how, following the enactment of the 2018 Farm Bill during President Donald Trump's first term, hemp containing up to a 0.3% THC by dry weight was federally legalized, but now that policy is under scrutiny on Capitol Hill. Following the enactment of 2018 Farm Bill, the cannabis industry began producing certain cannabis products that contain less than 3% or 0.3% Delta 9 THC, but a total THC concentration that exceeds 0.3%, the report says. Oh, hold on, let me read this one more time. Began producing certain cannabis products that contain less than 0.3% Delta 9 THC, but a total THC concentration that exceeds. Okay, So not just Delta 9, but you're talking THCA. The report says some of these products may be intoxicating to the user. Given that THC is separately listed as a Schedule 1 controlled substance, there is some uncertainty regarding which of these products are legally considered hemp. This is a bit confusing because what are they like? They're saying here that THC is separately listed as a Schedule 1 controlled substance, but then up here they're saying somehow they're getting away with putting in a total THC concentration that exceeds 0.3%. Isn't that on a Schedule 1 controlled substance list? So I don't know, it seems like a little bit of contradictory, not 100% sure. CRS also described that sometimes conflicting administrative and legal perspectives on the issue with the Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, and certain federal courts researching divergent in conclusion regarding whether certain cannabis products are hemp. Yeah, because hemp and cannabis are, basically the same plant, very similar. It also noted that, or they're cousins or whatever. It also noted that several states have passed or discussed laws to restrict or prohibit hemp products containing certain levels of THC and how stakeholders have challenged those bans in court. Various participants in the hemp industry have challenged several of these state efforts to prohibit certain cannabis products by filing lawsuits, primarily arguing that 1. The state laws violate the dominant commercial clause, and 2. The 2018 Farm Bill preempts the state laws. Okay, the CRS report says preempts the law. In light of the uncertainty and disagreement over the 2018 Farm Bill's hemp definition and the rise of certain THC products, THCA, Congress may consider whether to revise its definition as to which cannabinoids products are excluded from the definition of marijuana under the CSA. It says Congress has previously considered amending this definition. So I believe they're going to just say any THC period at some point. I've heard even CBD might end up getting outlawed. It noted that a House Agriculture Appropriations Bill this session includes a provision that would redefine hemp to include the cannabis plant and all derivatives with a total THC concentration of not more than 0.3%. It's still stuck with this 0.3% thing. And a similar policy change was previously proposed in a version of the Farm Bill introduced in the Senate during the 118th Congress. An amendment to a House version of the Farm Bill also suggested this change. Such an amendment would consider all THC for the purposes of legally determining what is hemp and what is marijuana. The report says, referring to broad agriculture legislation that advanced but did not pass the last Congress. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. This change would bring certain THC products back under the CSA and DEA regulation, and that are certainly considered to be hemp or are in the uncertain area of regulation. Congress could also consider other amendments to the hemp definition. For example, it could adopt DEA's interpretation that synthetically derived THC remains a Schedule 1 controlled substance. It continues, using the term synthetically derived may raise new questions as to what Congress means by synthetic unless it were clearly defined. How it would be defined would affect which products or would be regulated by the CSA. CSA said Congress could also allow agency and judicial interpretations to play out without congressional intervention. A lot more to this article. provisions in the bill. Okay, they're definitely going to be throwing provisions in there. You know that. From Bloomberg Intelligence last year called cannabis a significant threat to the alcohol industry. See, and it ran into the paper industry in the past. Now alcohol is going to be like, no. I think they're just going to integrate them together. Alcohol and cannabis in the same can. Probably not a good idea. Not a good idea. Like, that's what they're probably going to do, though. They're just going to try and take it. Last November, meanwhile, a beer industry trade group put out a statement of guiding principles to address what is called the proliferation of largely unregulated intoxicating hemp and cannabis products. Warning of risks to consumers and communities resulting from THC consumption. Oh, sure, warning of the risks. The alcohol, the beer industry is warning of the cannabis risks. Isn't that rich? Isn't that rich? They're like, hey, these people are going to eat all your munchies. You can't do this. Come get a shot. Come get a beer. Anyway, there's a lot of this story we skipped because it's a long story, but got the gist of it. Congress is basically arguing over like what is. You know what I mean? What is. All right, let's get to this door prize. We got 10 people on Facebook. Hey, that's a good number. We can do the door prize. Get all of you on here too. Does anybody else come in? Okay, we got Publish the Biscuits in the house. I think I spelled it right. Anybody else? Some legal distinction on Delta versus Delta 8, right? That's what they're calling synthetic, I believe. Many times insurance companies, yes, that's what I'm talking about, Diane. You're just on hold, getting transferred. Then it goes beep, 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 beep. Yeah, you just have to call back. Risk to alcohol profits, yeah. This federal or state proposed legislation, that would be federal from Congress. Alright guys, I'm going to get the Facebookers. If you haven't hit the like button on Facebook yet, I'm about to get everybody off of that list. Exactly 10 people. And 2 of them are me, so only 9 of you. You know what? I'll refresh one time, just in case you may have forgot. Just in case, I'll refresh one time. And here we go. 11 people. So technically 9. Alright. Oh, I saw another like. You know, I'm going to give you a courtesy refresh, and that's it. That's it. That's it. No more. I'm not doing it again. Copy, and here's where you see the wonderful wheel explode to a few more people. Joe says THCA food is what got me, because THCA is not active, so THCA food would not get you stoned. Yeah, that one doesn't make sense, because they would have to test it after they cooked. I bet you that they started with THCA in the recipe, and maybe it's active by the end. But that's no longer THCA if it's activated. They're trying to fix the mistake they made. You're right. James says a shoe in my Vernon changed. Huh? Sign on their shop because of it. Change the sign. It's supposed to be passed in July, but I'm not sure. It's going to be hard to take that back. They're going to ban all Delta products in shops. Nice. Like I've had. To wear a heart monitor. Oh, right. But yeah, I think that's going to be something that we're going to have to come to terms with. That they're going to continue. There's going to be people trying to take it while it's already passed the point where more than half the country is okay with it or wants it. So they're going against their own constituents. They're going against the whole country at some point. The more and more people who are okay with it or have a positive view on cannabis, then the more and more it makes no sense for them to keep trying to repeal. So, or not repeal, but redo or fix their mistake, like Joe said. All right. You got to be here to win this one, and if you are subscribed on the indoorfarmer.locals.com, you can be tagged, and of course, you know, I feel like I should get a pizza for tomorrow's People in the Boxes show. Maybe just sit here eating it while we talk. It'd be fun. Who's down for a little locals sesh after this? Anybody? Let me know if you're down. See if a few people want to head over there. We don't have a Kill Tony episode this week because it's on Netflix. But I think I have an idea. I could get my laptop, which I think, anyway. Thomas from Fucking Munchies. If you're not following Fucking Munchies on Facebook. Thomas, are you here? Rumble, your name was... Didn't I put him on? Oh, you know what? I don't think I put him on. You know what I'm going to do, Thomas? If you're still here, man, I guess you won anyway. So either way, even if I didn't get you on the wheel from Rumble, that's funny. Government is fake anyway. 2020 was stolen. Yep. Well, I mean, I hear you. But like, isn't that the story of all time? You know. Thomas, are you in the house? Thomas was one of the vendors at the event. See if he's in the Facebook comments. That's alright. I appreciate that he stopped in. I tried to get as many of the vendors tagged as I could, but it's hard to do on the fly. Nobody's down? I'll come. Okay, thanks, Kayla. Anybody else coming to locals for a little after sesh? Why are you crying over here? What are you crying about? Tell the people, they want to know. Tell us. Tell us all about it. Alright, it looks like Thomas isn't here anymore, unfortunately. But I feel like I'm happy that his name came up since I forgot to put him on the Rumble side. Alright, let's see. If only there's a way I could just end the Facebook side, then we could pull up anything we want on screen. We can watch, well, not anything we want. I'm not going to watch any of those special videos. Watch funny stuff, though. If you don't know this about me, I have a dry sense of humor. There's a new Naked Gun movie coming out. I can't wait to see that. Well, maybe there's a new Story Wars. So I think maybe that comes out tonight. There's probably something though, I'm sure. Scroy, are you here, man? Scroy, Justin, are you in the give you a bong toke amount of time. You'll get a bong toke's amount of time before we spin again. Cheers. Next week, we're going to 1 o'clock p.m. Central Time, Sunday through Wednesday for my show. I need to make a new schedule for it. Next week, it's moving. Game night should be fun. 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday. And then maybe we'll see other people move their shows at that time exactly, or they'll be like 12:55 when they'll go. All right, Screwy. We need 3 more people on the Rumble, and I can tell you guys all about the football app, sports app. I like drinking milk, but I still like cheese sometimes, and also cheesecake. I like it. I don't drink milk that often, but if I'm going to have a donut, which I probably shouldn't have either, I'm definitely going to have some milk. And so if I don't buy milk, wouldn't you know it, I don't buy the donuts. Hey, look who wins. I win. All right, I get to keep this one, guys. Thank you very much. Someone who's here. If you're here right now, hit the hashtag WTIF in the comments. Let's wake up. Let's see who's here right now. Find out who might be one of the winners. I don't like drinking. Oh, yeah, I just read that. Okay. Who's here? Who's awake? Hashtag WTIF. The day has just started. Time to go get something done. I got 3 radishes that are now, looks like they're rooting and growing in the table that I got from the store. Red radishes my son wanted. He seems to like them. Caitlin Brand. Caitlin, are you here? Is anyone here? I don't see a single. I see Diane and Kayla. Only Diane and Kayla. Maybe I should read that for real. Diane and Kayla. Caitlin, are you here? Caitlin Brand. She was one of the vendors yesterday. Or maybe possibly one half of the podcast duo. I'm not sure where Caitlin came in at. Thomas said what vendor he was. But Caitlin, I'm sorry, I don't know what vendor you were. Alright, it's not looking good for Caitlin. It's not looking good for Caitlin. Oh, Margaret, I'm sorry. I see you over there, too. All right, Caitlin. I appreciate you coming by and appreciate the kind words of yesterday's show. I did post 2 reels today of the food that I had separately for each vendor, and I thought they were pretty good. You can look at those in a minute if you guys want. One of them was an empanada. The other one was a rice and mozzarella and pepperoni ball. They're both deep fried. Very good. Left and came back. You ladies are the best. You're what keeps me going live. James, you're always here. James, can you hear me? I haven't seen any comments on Facebook side in a while. Maybe the comments aren't coming through my phone. That would be normal for tomorrow's people in the boxes. 4 days ago. See, yeah, I'm not seeing that. Now I see it. 4 days ago. What was 4 days ago? Did I say yesterday for the pictures? Yeah, no, yesterday was when I did the show where I showed off the pictures. So I'm talking about the review show, not the event itself. Published Biscuits, are you in the house? Published, are you still here on the Rumble? You want a game night ticket? I'll get you in on my game night. I do a little bit of a game show. Well, it's a real game show on Sundays. We've got more sponsors added. We've got, a bunch of stuff coming up. It's going to be good. I've got a good idea for next month's game. Don't think Published is here anymore. I'm just going to have to take a bong token between each person just to give them some time, just to be nice. Hey, he's here. So Published, you don't have to do anything, brother, or sister, or I don't know who you are or what you are, but you get to be in on the game. The only issue is if you win anything, and by the way, I have a couple of winners I still got to take care of that were not, but I need to get a hold of Chris's aunt through, so I need to take care of this through Chris and Miss Rose's son. But then you will be on game night next week using a ticket, Indoor Farmer game night ticket. Cool. So what I was getting at is that I will have to be able to get a hold of you to get you your prizes if you get a prize. Most likely, it's pretty rare when somebody doesn't get a prize, or not rare. It's rare to not get a prize, but usually there's like one person every week out of like 16 players that may not get one. In fact, let's just, for example, look at our last game night. There was nobody. Everybody who played last game won a prize. So yeah, I got you on for Sunday. Sunday is going to be our last playthrough of the current game. Actually, you know what? I need to look at the calendar because it might not be. It might be the first game of next month. Might have got my days mixed up here. Sunday the 31st. Okay, so yeah, it's still this month. Our last playthrough of Harvest Fest, Harvest Race, will be Sunday. And next month, I already have an idea for a game. I need to start working on it. Oh yeah, write this down. Publish, you should join my locals community down there. It's even just for free. You can join it and become a supporter if you would like. You definitely get paid by joining game night, so it definitely is a win-win for everybody. But you can, like, what I'm getting at is the join button down below allows you to join my locals channel, or locals community for free. Alright, Oh, that's what we were gonna do. Let me pull up. I'm gonna pull something up here from the Foos book. Yeah. 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 So I played these yesterday, but I thought I'd play it again. Yeah, if you catch my reels, I would appreciate a little engagement. There's no cannabis happening there. It's shareable. Share it out. Dude, the Empanada Cabana guy says, "Dude, you make me want an empanada now." Yes, that's what's up. And Rose liked it too. Oh, yeah. All right, cool. Well, anyway, let me get this off the screen. Oh yeah, the munchies. I wanted to show you guys the munchies as well. Let me make sure.
I like people.
No. Let me get to it before I pull it back up. Made me hungry watching it. I'm just saying. Or maybe it was the cannabis. I don't know. Here it is. Here's the other one from Fucking Munchies. They were good. They were good. And both of the companies commented. Thanks, guys. Well, let's get over to locals, I guess, so I don't have to worry as much. But we'll see you guys later. Remember, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Central Time for people in the boxes. We're going to talk pizza. We're going to argue about pizza. It's going to be an intense argument. I might get some pizza for the show. It'll be fun. All right. Remember, guys, I love you. Love you all. Everybody's got to eat. We need each other to do it. So, see you tomorrow night. Peace.
Yeah, this is for my green thumbs in the game. Wailing the indoor farmer, check my name. Sustainability, we about to reclaim. This is how we do it, keep it in the frame. I'm Waylon the farmer, the indoor king. Living off the grid, what the city can't bring. Got my hydro set up, my LED lights. Growing all my greens, all through the night. Self-sustain, that's the mission. Growing my own, I'm not missing. Indoor farming, the hustle's real. Waylon's here, and he's